Hi everyone, my name is Kalthoff. Welcome to a Stamping to Share video. Today I'm going to share with you a half full card, and I'm just going to show this to you because we're not actually going to make this one. This card was originally created by Linda Bowen and I cased her. I did change it up a little bit. I made it a little bit simpler because we use this at Fall Flair. So it says, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, and then the little sparklies, if you can see that, is from the Wink of Stella pen. When you open it up, it says, but if the white runs out, I'll drink red. And then Merry Christmas on the inside. And I just love all the different folds on this card. It is so pretty. And so, like I said, this is one that I pretty much cased from Linda. Then I thought, you know what, I'll come up with something for maybe the people that aren't into drinking wine. That's a hot chocolate card. So this card, the first card was made with half full. The second card is made with hug in a mug, and that's the one that we're going to be recreating today. So that's what this stamp set looks like. And let me show you this card. So it says, hot chocolate is like a hug in a mug, and when you open it up, it says, you warm my heart, and then Merry Christmas. And so it's just super cute. It just fits anybody's personality, whether they like to drink wine at Christmas or whether they like to cuddle up with a hot chocolate. So let's go ahead and get started. I did mention that the stamp set I used on the wine glass card is half full, and the stamp set that we're using today is hug in a mug. And then we also are using the snowflakes right here, these double snowflakes from Flurry of Wishes, to do our background paper. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that we're going to need is a piece of garden green paper. This is 5 1/4 by 8 inches scored at 4. And so I went ahead and I did that. I did the scoring and the cutting. I'm just going to fold that. We're going to take the bone folder here, and I am going to be stamping on this side of it. So I'm going to bring a Stampin' mat in because the stamp that I'm using is photopolymer. So it's these double snowflakes. I'm going to add a little piece of scrap paper here because we will be stamping off. And I'm going to use garden green ink. So we'll open this up and we are going to stamp our background. So we'll just start putting our snowflakes onto this green panel. So we're just going to put them on sort of randomly. We don't really need to worry too much about what it looks like in the center because that will be covered up by an image. So let me go ahead and finish this out. And then maybe one more here at the bottom. And that looks good. So let me get the ink out of the way and let me show you what this looks like. Just like this. So where we are stamping, we're actually stamping on what you would think would be the back of the card, but it's actually going to kind of be on the front, and you'll see what I mean. The next panel of paper that we have is real red. This is 5 1/2 by 6 1/4, and it's scored at 4 1/4. So let me go ahead and fold this, and I'll use my bone folder, give that a nice press, and we are going to go ahead and glue this green panel onto the red panel. So I'm going to flip it over, and on the back side, I'm just going to apply some multi-purpose liquid glue. Kind of made a mess here. So let me put this in. And then I'll get a Kleenex and wipe that up. I don't know how the glue got away on me. I've hardly ever had any problems with liquid glue growing crazy, but sort of looks like it did for me right now. So we have this all in. Let me clean up my mess. There we go. And now we're ready to proceed here. So let's go ahead and do our inside panel here. We're going to do that in Whisper White. This is 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And the sentiment that we are stamping is from the half full stamp set. That's that wine one. And I really kind of like this sort of whimsical Merry Christmas. So that's the one that we're going to use. We are going to use Tuxedo Black Memento ink. So I'll just ink that up, stamp that right there, and we'll go ahead and use Snail on the back here, and then we'll just set that right here into our card. So the inside panel is now complete. All right, let's work some more on these outside panels. So now we've got a whole conglomeration of panels. So let me show you what these are. It's not as confusing as it might first appear, but we have 2 Whisper White panels. They are 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. So 2 panels exactly the same in Whisper White. Then we have 2 panels of Real Red. This is 3 by 3 1/2. Again, exact same size, both in Real Red. And then we have a green panel, which is 3 1/4 by 3 3/4. So let's go ahead and just do a little bit of layering here. So we're going to glue one of these red panels onto this green panel. So I am going to do that real quickly. Get that out of the way, and the glue is behaving a little bit better now. I'm not pressing it quite as enthusiastically as I did when I first got on the video here, so it should work better now. And then we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of stamping on one of these white panels. So again, I'm going to bring my Stampin' mat into the picture here, and we are going to stamp this hot chocolate image. And so I've already put the stamp onto a block and the sentiment directly under it. So I've inked it up, and we're just going to center it in this Whisper White panel, give it a press, lift it up, and there we go. Then we have a little bit of color that we want to put on this mug. So we're going to put that on with Garden Green. So again, I'm going to bring the Garden Green back into the picture, and then we are going to set this right over the top of the mug, give it a press, and there we go. Now the last thing here that we need to do is add some marshmallows on the top. So again, bringing back the ink that's black here, I'm just going to ink up these marshmallows, and we'll set them right here at the top of the mug. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to flip this over, and we're going to apply some snail on the back, and then we're going to set that in right here on this red and green panel. And that's going to go onto the front of our card, which we can do right now. Just get that sort of out of the way. So we are going to flip that over, and we're going to put our adhesive right here, because you want to make sure that it doesn't go too far away from that section, or you will end up gluing your card shut, which would not be a good thing. So we'll just center that in so the top and bottom are about even, and the right and left sides are about even. All right, so now for the inside panel, again, we have our Real Red cardstock here, and we have our Whisper White cardstock here, and then we're just going to go ahead and do some more stamping. So again, bringing the stamping mat back into the photo, we are going to stamp You Warm My Heart. So I am going to do that with Tuxedo Black ink. Ink that up, put this right here, and it's perfect. To add the finishing touch on this red heart, I'll just take a Real Red marker, and I will just color in this sweet little heart, just like that. Now I will flip it over, and again, add some snail, and then we are going to put that onto our red panel, which is hiding underneath my mat. So we'll center this in, give that a press. Let me flip it over so I can burnish it down. And then we want to add that onto the inside panel of our card. So let me go ahead, and again, we'll use some multi-purpose liquid glue. And what I like to do is I'm just going to set it right here on this side, center it in, so that I know that when I close the card, I will have it perfectly centered. So now I can flip it over, open it up, and I can just do some fine tuning here if I need to, and it all works perfect. So here's what the card looks like. Hot chocolate is like a hug in a mug, and you open it up, it says You Warm My Heart, and it has all these green snowflakes around in the background, and then you open it up again and it says Merry Christmas. So a very fun fold card. So here's the one that features the hot chocolate, and then of course you could do pretty much the same thing featuring the half full stamp set. So thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate you. If you'd like to place a product order, visit my blog at www.stampingtoshare.com. Have a great day. Bye-bye.